Shalom. We can't hear you.
And Pastor, you can
There
hear.
we,
Oh, wait a minute.
we can hear you now. Shalom, Prophet Wamungo.
Shalom, Minister Kinyi and Pastor Ochieng. Shalom.
Shalom.
Baruch haba Sham Yahuah, Yada Yahusha Hamasek.
Okay.
For those of you that are tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in to Yahuah's Remnant. We're here with Prophet Wamungo, myself, Sister April, known as Minister Akinyi, and Pastor Perkins, known as Minister Ochin. So today's subject, we're going to talk about who we are. And when I say who we are, specifically who Black people are. Whether you be in Kenya, where Prophet Wamungo is, or here in America where we are. We're actually in Chicago, to be more precise. Prophet, I want you to feel free to speak openly. You know, we've had private conversations. The three of us have had private conversations, apart and together. And there is a concern that I have. There is a need. Here in America, I see that Black people, we don't know who we are. I'm seeing a lot of Black people think that they're American Indians. I'm seeing a lot of Black people that said the transatlantic slave trade never happened. I'm hearing a lot of Black people, you know, they want to run and join Islam. They're Roman Catholic, or they're in Yoruba worship. I've seen a lot of us join Masonic orders, Masonic lodges, Eastern Stars, and then for colleges, fraternities, and sororities. This is what I'm seeing. And it concerns me that we don't know who we are. So Prophet Wamungo, who are we? And where do we come from? And what is our name? It's like three questions. Who are we? Where do we come from? And what is our name?
Let's start from where we come from.
Okay, let's start there.
Now, this is a big topic. Eh? We cannot do it in a day. We'll do it forever. Until the time that everybody will understand who they truly are. First of all, we are called the Yashar'al, not Israel. Yashar'al. Yashar'al.
What's the difference
Yashar'al.
between Hebrew Israelite and Yashar'al? What's the difference?
We are not Hebrew Israelites. We are Abraham Yashar'al. Why? Because if you go to the letters, Yashar'al, if you go to the language of the ancient Hebrew, you'll find out there is no letter E, there is no letter I. Those letters came later. But initially, in the beginning, there was no such letters. It means there was no such name as Hebrew. And there was no such name as Israel. So Israel has borrowed a sound from Yashar'al. Yashar'al is almost like Israel, but it's not. Israel is I-S, then we have R-A, then we have E-L. Those are three gods. And I'm going to break it down for you. I-S is Isis, the Egyptian goddess, aka Semiramis. Isis was the wife of Osiris. Osiris was what the Babylonian called Nimrod. So the worship of Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz was the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians, the Nubians. Ancient Egypt was Sudan, Nubia, and part of Ethiopia, and Eritrea, part of Djibouti, part of it. But mainly it was centered, the kingdom of Babylon was centered in Sudan, Nubia, same as Egyptian kingdom, the Mizraim kingdom where Pharaoh was. and also Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar was a black man. He was a Nubian. He was tall and dark. Too, you could say the Nubians are too dark. They're not like us. Like us, we are bronze. We are bronze. They are too much dark, too dark. But you can tell mine. You look, I'm dark brown. So that is the color of how it is represented. I'm not saying that there are no Yashar'al who are also black like that, but majorly that is what is called the identity. They are too dark. You can see also the people like the South Sudanese, like the Dinka, the Noal, too dark. So they are the same people. How? So this is where this kingdom was. So they borrowed the Egyptian kingdom, the Nubian Sudan kingdom, borrowed from Babylon. So those were the first borrowers. They borrowed the culture, they borrowed the gods, and they borrowed everything from Babylon. Even the structure, the system of building, the pyramids are built like the Tower of Babel. And they were those pyramids were a sign of rebellion against Yahuah. Both the pyramids, that's why you see the pyramid in US dollar. And dollar controls people. So that is power of control. It's also a symbol of witchcraft. Witchcraft is pentagon, or what you call a triangle or something. Even the star, the one that the Jews are calling the Star of David. David never had a star. In fact, the name David is not biblical. It is not Hebrew. It is called Dawood. There is no letter V and I. So it makes also the name David irrelevant and untrue. So the name is Dawood. So the closest language to Hebrew is Kiswahili that we speak here in Kenya, in East Africa and part of the Africa. Because Kiswahili call David Dawood. You see, Yahuda, it calls Yahudim. Yahuda, Yahudi. So it's very close to ancient Hebrew. So back to our topic. So they borrowed everything. So Isis became the mother god, the controller of the system. So there was Osiris in Egypt who was being worshipped as the father. Semiramis, aka Isis, was also worshipped as a goddess. So the sign of Semiramis was the crescent moon. The sign of crescent moon, the sign of Osiris was the sun. So it's the same sign of Nimrod. So Osiris is Nimrod, Semiramis is Isis, and Tammuz is L. Now we get to L. So we have Isis, IS, then we have Ra. Ra is the sun. So it represents Osiris or Nimrod, the sun god. Then we have the star. This is another sun. Now we have what we call Osiris. Now we have the eye of Horus. So Horus was the sun. And the eye of Horus, we have in the dollar. You see it in the dollar, you see the pyramid, and you see this. So they borrowed. I'm coming to that issue so you understand these people. So Israel is the center of these three gods. And that's why they are untouchable. They can even do something wrong. You cannot touch them. Why? Because Israelites are Europeans from Turkey. They are all Turkish. And some of them are from Europe. So they are the first son of Edom. They are from the kingdom of Edom. So Esau also had sons like Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. Edom also had sons. So firstborn of Edom is what we call now the Israelites. And this is also the British who are the royal throne. They are brothers to the Israelites. They're one and the same thing. Let nobody confuse you. They're brothers, same blood, same house. So they're the firstborn, and that's why they bully others. And they suppress a lot. They suppress Arabs a lot because Arab is not a pure breed. He's son of Esau with Ishmael, and Ishmael was black. So Arab is brown. It's a mixture of Edom, of European, and African. So they're brown generation. So the name Israel carries these three gods. So El is Canaanites' gods. Now that is found in Africa again. Canaanite gods. The Canaanites are not what these people are telling us. Canaanites were black people. They were sons of Ham. Ham was a black man. Now let's go back from the beginning. Noah gave birth to 3 sons. Noah was born albino, but with the time he changed. His complexion turned into a real person now. He was born albino for a reason, to look like the fallen Malak, so that he destroyed them. He came to show them something. It was a sign that he has come to destroy these people.
Wait a minute. What is the fallen Malak? What is the fallen Malak?
Fallen angels. Fallen
okay,
angels.
So a fallen angel is a fallen Malak. And where do you get
Malak?
Malak. Malakim.
Malak is one. Then many are Malakim. Malak is angel. Then Malakim are angels. So in lettering of the Hebrew words, if you add YM, it becomes plural. Like Nabi. Nabi is one. Nabim are many. So you add YM, it becomes plural now. So Israel carried the 3, the gods of the Canaanite, the gods of Egypt, and the gods of Greek, because Ra is also one of the gods in Greek. Ra is whom they call today Zeus. So Israel is like the center of paganism in the whole world. And that's why you see in their flag, they have the Pentagon. What do you call it? That star? What do you call it in English?
The Star of David.
Yeah, what do you call it? Like, is it the Pentagon? The Penta what? There's how it is called. Let that one aside. That one beside the point. So the star, they call the Star of David. Dawood never had a star. That is the true reality. So they're speaking of things that are not biblical. Dawood never had a star. So that is pagan. It is actually, that star is called the star of, it is called the star of Moloch. Moloch is Lucifer or Baal. So the flag is the flag of the symbol of Moloch. If you do research, you'll find that symbol. If you look at the symbol you study, you'll find the symbol that is in the flag of Israel is actually the symbol of Moloch or Lucifer.
Question. In the Bible, there are scriptures that talk about the synagogue of Satan. Is that referring to Israel?
Yes, it's currently to, it's like this says, it talks about the identity theft. That is Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. It says that I know your persecution, I know your suffering, and I know those people who have taken your identity. They are claiming to be you, but they are not. They are claiming to be Yahudim, Yahuda, but they are not Yahuda. Now they call themselves Jews. Jews, they have taken the place of Yahuda, the gate pass of Yahuah, of heaven and Shamaim. So these people are what we call identity thieves. They have stolen our identity. They have claimed the place they live to be Yashar'al, which is a lie. Yashar'al is Kenya. And I'll prove to you in the scriptures. Isaiah 18. Who can read Isaiah 18 there? I wanted to open the Bible so that we may teach our people that these things are found in the Bible. Everything we are talking about, all the secrets are here, but they are hidden. They don't want you to see them. But we are going to show you. I am here to clarify things. That's my work as a prophet. Make sure that people return back to the worship. Isaiah 18. From verse 1 to 9. I think that verse 1 to 7. Let's go.
Okay. I'm gonna read from the King James, okay? Yeah, only because most people are familiar with that one. Just give me 1 second.
All right.
Okay. So Isaiah 18, starting at the first verse.
Pastor, while she's reading Isaiah 18, I wanted to open. Do you have your Bible there, Pastor Ching?
Yeah, it's actually in the other room, but we can pull it up. We can pull it up on the phone. Well, the Bible I have an Ethiopian Bible, and the words are so tiny. So I'm going to read Isaiah the 18th chapter 1 through the 7th verse. Correct?
All right.
And then, how do you say Isaiah in Hebrew? How do you say Isaiah in Hebrew?
Yashar'al.
Yashar'al.
Means Yahu is a abbreviation of the name Yahuah. And then Yasha means salvation. So it is salvation of Yahuah. So you remember what the Bible says, and my people shall be called by my name. So in every name of a prophet, there was a name of Yahuah.
Wow. And okay, now I have a question. Before I read that, is that why we are called Yashar'al?
Because yes, because there's a name of Yahuah.
Because of Yahuah.
Yashar'al means a righteous leader of Yahuah. Or you can also say a prince of Yahuah. So there's Yashar'al. Yashar'al means ruler. But ruler of who? Ruler of Yahuah.
Okay. Another thing before I read. So are we of Shem? Are we of Japheth? Or are we of Ham?
Great question. We are of Shem.
Shem.
Not Ham. You know, we've been we've been taught that we are of Ham and that we're cursed.
No. Noah gave birth to 3 sons, and they were all black in complexion.
So you mean to tell me Japheth didn't start the white race? Because that's what we were taught.
No. That's a misconception. That's a lie from the devil. He gave birth to 3 sons. The first man to appear red and airy was Esau. That is later after these sons were born. Esau is the father of all red race and airy people. Chinese, Europeans, Arabs, Russians, Australians, all these people that have red tone skin and are airy are all of them sons of Esau.
Okay.
Japheth was a black man, and he was living within the boundaries of Yashar'al. Let's go. I want you to read that one, then I'm going to show you the map.
Okay. So 18th chapter, Yashar'al.
Yashar'al.
Yashar'al. Thank you. Yashar'al. Woe to the land of the wearing wings along the rivers of Cush, which sends envoys by sea and papyrus boats over the water. Go
stop
swift.
There. Stop. I wanted to read chapter by verse, then we break it down. Huh?
Okay.
I wanted to repeat.
18 and 1.
That's 1.
18 and 1. Woe to the land of whirring wings along the rivers of Cush.
Apple. Just stop there. Woe to the land that whirring with wings, that is beyond the rivers of Kush or Ethiopia. Kush is also another name for Ethiopia. So Kushites are the sons of Ham. That is North Africa. Kush is Ethiopia, the present Ethiopia today. So you say the prophet is addressing a nation that is beyond the rivers of Ethiopia that has wings. If you look at the East African map, you'll find there is a nation that is beyond the rivers of Ethiopia that has wings. It's like a bird flying from aerial view. It is only one country. Okay. In fact, there are two countries that have wings. One of them is Somali, but Somali has one wing. But Isaiah is talking about wings, not a wing. Somali has one like this. It is called the horn of Africa. But Kenya has two. It's like a bird flying. So he was talking about Kenya. Let's go to two. That is already, we found the map. The map, when you draw the map, you find the land that's beyond the river of Ethiopia is Kenya. Kenya is like a bird flying. So he's talking about Kenya. Let's go.
Go swift messengers to a people tall, smooth-skinned, to a people feared far and wide, an aggressive nation of strange speech, whose land is divided by rivers.
Yeah, exactly. Just stop there. Say there are people in that land. We have tall and smooth people. Tall and smooth people are some people here in Kenya. They are tall and smooth skin, and they are very aggressive, and they are conquerors. They are called the Luo nation. The Luo nation are from the house of Yahudah, Judah. So they are scattered all over the world. So the ones that are in Kenya today are representation of who the Yahudah people are. They are spread across the world. So in that land, we have already discovered the land is Kenya, and we have tall and smooth people whose rivers divide. If you go to where Luos are living, there's a place called Nyanza. There are so many rivers. There are like more than 20 rivers that divides the land. Another thing is not just rivers. Rivers prophetically can also mean people and tribes. So these people I'll feel among the other tribes. Luos are divided. Some of them, Luos are living within the boundaries of other tribes. One of them, they're neighbors to the Nandi people. They're neighbors to the Kalenjin people. They're neighbors to Kuria. They're neighbors to Abaluya. And they're neighbors to Samia. So they live among many, many tribes. So that prophecy becomes complete. Continue.
3, all you people of the world who live on earth, when a banner is raised on the mountains, you will see it. And when a trumpet sounds, you will hear it. This is what the Yahuah says to me. I will remain quiet and will look from my dwelling place, like shimmering heat in the sunshine, like a cloud of dew in the heat of harvest. For before the harvest, when the blossom is gone and the flower becomes a ripening grape, he will cut off the shoots with the pruning knives and cut down and take away the spreading branches. They will all be left to the mountain birds of prey, and the wild animals, the birds will feed on them all summer, the wild animals all winter. At the time, gifts will be brought to Yahuah, Alua, from a people tall and smooth skin.
It's talking about the worshippers. Who are the worshippers in the Bible? The tribe of Yahudah. That's why we find Yada. Yada means praise. The promises of Jacob to his son Yahudah, I say, you are Yada. You are the praise. And historically in the Bible, the greatest musicians were from the tribe of Yahudah. So that's true. Dawood, Suleiman, they were great musicians. Ethan, Those were sons of Yahudah. They were the best, the greatest musician ever on earth, up to date. Nobody has ever broken their record. I'm trying, but I can't reach. I've not reached that. That is a glory on another level. So these people, that whatever you've just read, talking about revival of the land, that they are enemies of these people, that they will discover who they are. Taking a gift to Yahuah means you have already discovered who you are. You've already known who you are. And that's why we worship. That's why worship can never be ignorantly. People who worship must understand. They must know. Because worship is warfare. You cannot go to war if you're not armed. You must understand who you are. You must know your position. You must know your enemy, the one you're fighting against. You must know their level of intelligence, their power, their wickedness, their craftiness, and the weapons that they have. So this one is talking about people being slaughtered. Yahuah himself will prune them. Some of them have claimed to be part of these people, but they are not. And that's why we're going back to the Jews, their identity theft. So Yahuah is saying, I'm going to prune them. When the season arises, he says, when the harvest that is about, it means the year of, we go back to the birth of the Messiah now. So when the Messiah will be born, meaning the Messiah will return, the returning of the Messiah will return the time he was born. When was the time he was born? March 13th. When the season is about to blossom, and I will glorify my people. These people who are tall and smooth of skin, he's talking about the 12 tribes of Yashar'al, scattered abroad. He will gather them, bring them. They are terrible from the beginning because they will fight terribly, and they will conquer. And Yahuah will aid them by cutting off, pruning off the branches that are not, and they will be left in the mountains to die. And the birds shall come and eat them, while the sons of Yahuah shall rise. He's talking about even the transatlantic slave trade. Our brothers and sisters who are abroad, far away, they're being brought now to the promised land, and they're heading straight to the mountain. Which mountain? The mountain of worship, Mount Zion, Mount Kenya. Continue. Now, to confirm that, a prophecy cannot just be one. It must be supported. Pastor, you know this well, Chieng, Pastor Chieng. You know that a prophecy must be confirmed, isn't it? Can I confirm to you? Now, I want you to read Zephaniah. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse, start from 9 and 10. You want to confirm the prophecy of Yashar'al if it is true.
You said the third chapter?
3, verse 9 to 10. What does it say? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yahuah. Yada Yahusha HaMashiach. Hallelujah.
Now you know while the pastor get that, the people that are listening to you, they don't realize that you're simply praising you're praising the Most High.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yada means praise. It's a Hebrew word for praise.
What is this,
Yahusha is the Messiah. So when I say Yada
This is
Yahusha, I'm saying
you'll
praise
start
to
the night
Yahuah.
first.
Yahusha HaMashiach. Yeah.
Zephaniah 3:9. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of Yahuah to serve him with one mind, one consent. from beyond the rivers of Euphrates, Ethiopia, my suppliants, even the daughters of my dispersed, shall bring my offering.
What I was saying, he has already confirmed. You say, now the language you are speaking, you have just spoken to the people listening and the people watching, and you have told them that I've been praying, I was praising the Most High. It's true. Now the Bible says, a time will come where I shall restore to my people a pure language. Which pure language is that? Habari, ancient Hebrew language. And that's why it is important that we learn, because it is a prophecy that we must return back to our language, because there is power in our language. There is authority. You feel me? Language can change the way you think. It can transform. Like, for example, people like cursing. You follow them up, you'll find that they are immoral people. Automatically, that spirit of immorality will come upon you. And that's why it's dangerous to curse. And people who like to speak good words, even if they were wicked, you'll find out that the negative energy is reducing every day. They're becoming now better and better. Is it not practical?
We're gonna
now,
prophet, we're gonna pick this back up. This is getting good. I want you to hold that thought. This is getting good. We're gonna pick this back up.
Okay.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.